The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back to another special episode of BillsAholic Pod. Tonight, we got a special guest. We got WGR 550 Sal Carpaccio. Welcome, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. Dude, I'm so excited to have you on. First and foremost, you just had a great experience. You just came back from Australia not too long ago. I just want to ask, what was that like?
It was wild. It was great. I mean, like, traveling there and traveling back was just crazy as far as the time, because it was literally, we went to Toronto, then flew to Vancouver, which was a 4-hour flight. And then it was 15 hours on a plane to Australia. On the way back, because of the, way the wind is and all that, and the earth, it was 14 hours on the way back and then 4 hours flight. So, I mean, on the way there, we left on March 28th, but arrived on March 30th. I never experienced March 29th. It's kind of crazy to think about, right? That's how long. Anyway, it was great. We have friends who live in Brisbane, so we stayed with them, and we got to hold koala bears and feed kangaroos, and it was really cool, man.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I was gonna say that's not a lot. That's a lot of things that you can't do here in Buffalo, New York. So that's awesome to hear. One really awesome thing that, I mean, we saw on Twitter, and I kind of heard you touch base on a little bit. I watched the Eric Wood podcast that you were on, and you went to a rugby game. And my question to you is, obviously you go to all these NFL games, you cover all these NFL games. What is the atmosphere like with these rugby games versus these NFL games?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't go to like this really big game. We went to a big game, but it was a professional game. But they even said to us, they said, they have a 55,000 seat stadium. They said, we're probably going to be at like half full tonight, because the team we saw, the Brisbane Dolphins, I actually had to root for the Dolphins, guys. The Brisbane Dolphins, they're a second-year expansion team, and they have a really good support, but they were playing a team that wasn't that good. So they didn't like have like, it wasn't like this huge, incredible environment. But I guess when we left, they were playing the other Brisbane team. There's two New York teams, two LA teams. There are two Brisbane teams. And I guess they played and had the sold out crowd and all that. We didn't see that. At the one we were at, though, was still, everybody's into it. I mean, very cool. It was not like as rowdy as an NFL game, but certainly as passionate. Like, people were very into it. I really love the pomp and circumstance. Like, before the game outside, there's tons of stuff going on outside the stadium, like the fans, the parties and stuff like that, like just the events they were doing. And then once you get inside, and they had like fireworks and smoke on the field and guys running through it. So that part of it was very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I was definitely curious, because, I mean, not that we get to catch a lot of rugby, but that had to been a pretty cool experience to kind of be able to see.
Do you know a lot of like rugby rules? Because I didn't know a lot, much of it all before I went.
Truth be told, Sal, the only thing that I honestly know about rugby was Christian Wade. That's
right.
about it, if I'm being fully transparent.
Totally get it. So you always see these guys pitching the ball and getting tackled. I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching. So very quickly, what happens is in rugby, so in football, you have 4 downs to get a first down, as you know. In rugby, you get 6 tackles to get it over the goal line. So once a guy's tackled once, that's 1. Then you can keep it. Then he's tackled 2. So by the time you get to like 5 tackles, you're not going to get in. That's when you see them kick it. And if you kick it and your guy runs under it in the end zone before the other team, that can count also as a score, or you can kick it on the ground and do that. But anyway, that's what you get. You get 6 tackles to try and get it over the goal line.
Now, I guess to this, the only other question I have about that is, I've seen the guys, like, they run like underneath the goalpost, like they'll dive underneath the goalpost. When that happens, is that the only way you can score through the end zone, or can you, like, on the other side?
So what you have to do is, I wonder if I have a ball here. I don't know if I have a ball with me. I could show you, but you have to take the ball. Let's just say this thing. You have to actually push it and hit it out and touch it on the ground for it to count. It's not about crossing the goal line like it is in American football. The ball literally has to be put on the ground with your hand with pressure for it to count. So if I cross the goal line and you're defending me, you could try to hold me up so I can't put the ball down. And if if you take me out of the end zone, it doesn't count.
Interesting. Wow. See, this is just the things that, like, you just
amazing, right?
That's actually, like, kind of really cool to hear. This is just something I didn't really think about when it came to rugby versus football. Travis, I know you had something for him.
Hey, Sale, appreciate you coming on. I just want to touch on two players. Elam, he's been in the lab this offseason. He posted on Instagram today. His caption was Kaizen. It's Japanese for change for the better or have continuous improvement. I've heard that Sean McDermott preaches Japanese philosophy a lot. What kind of season are you expecting out of Kaiir Elam?
I really don't know because it could go either way, right? I mean, he really has to step up into a bigger role and a better role. Now, the funny thing is when he's played, he's actually made plays, right? We've seen that.
Right.
He intercepted Patrick Mahomes his rookie year, and then he had the big interception in the Miami playoff game, and then he had the big interception last year in the playoff game when he had to play against. But then we've also seen times where he's gone against like Jacksonville and Calvin Ridley, and he got torched all game. So I expect Kaiir Elam, though, to, just like he always has, kind of do everything he can to be the best player he can. I just don't know why it hasn't translated for him well enough to be able to play. Now, I would tell you, I think we can read the tea leaves that him and John Butler, former Bills DB coach, didn't see eye to eye. The Bills brought in a new DB coach. His name is Jameer Adai. And I think that maybe that will be a good change of scenery for him. Maybe what he needs is a different set of eyes, a different person around him, and how he goes about things. So I'm very interested on how the new DB coach and Bobby Babich as a new defensive coordinator kind of work with him, and maybe he can elevate his game because he certainly needs to, because it's now year 3. And so far, I think we could be safe to say if he hasn't been a bust, he's at least been a guy that has been not nearly what you'd expect from a first-round pick.
Hey, Sal, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. I'm a huge fan, listen to you every day. So this is,
thank you,
for me, quite an honor. But we had the pressers today.
Yeah.
I was just kind of wondering your thoughts on kind of the biggest takeaway points. Obviously, Bean didn't spill any crazy beans, or no pun there.
No pun intended.
But yeah, kind of your biggest kind of talking points from Bean, McDermott, and Allen.
So we'll start with Brandon Bean.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get every year. He's going to say the same thing, guys. He's going to say, we'll move up, we'll move down, we'll stay. Like whatever happens, happens. And I agree with that. I don't think he's lying. I mean, you never know what's going to happen on draft day. But the wide receiver talk is what we always talk about. And I think we all know that they need a wide receiver. They need a number 1 wide receiver. He kind of downplayed that today. And that's where I think, I think he's saying it so he doesn't lose leverage with teams, meaning, I'm not going to say Brandon Bean's a liar, but what you do this time of year, right? You say things because you don't want people you don't want to tip your hand. And as much as he says, hey, he admits they don't have a number 1 wideout now that they traded Stephon, but he said, but we don't need one necessarily. We can be successful without one. He said, his quote was, I don't sit here thinking we have a gaping hole. I think he looks at it and thinks he really still needs a number 1 wideout. And I don't think he wants to tip his hand and have a team say to him, hey, you said it, you need one desperately, so I'm going to drive the price up if we're going to trade for a draft pick or a player or something like that. So to me, that was one of the big takeaways. He also did say, and we usually get a very honest answer from him every year about how many first-round grades they have. You never have 32 first-round grades. Guys, I've talked with people in the NFL for many years who said this, that you never have, no team ever goes into a draft, they set their draft board, and they have how many guys with first round grades and then second round grades. Nobody ever has 32. So if you're picking 28, it's hard to get a guy. Generally, you actually have a first round grade on. And he said, we don't have 28. Now, there's also going to be guys taken they don't have first round grades on. So by the time it gets to them, they may actually have somebody they have a grade that high on. But that's interesting to me because what if you get to 28, all your first round of grade guys are gone? Maybe they do trade down. Maybe they try to get a little bit more value later. I think it was interesting he about all that. As far as Sean is concerned, the big tone, I think, for all these guys, and Josh included, but Sean really talked about the change in leadership, guys. There's a huge change in leadership on this team. You think about, as of now, no more Micah Hyde. I don't expect him, but you never know, right? That could still happen. But no Micah Hyde, no Stephon Diggs, no Gabe Davis, who was a captain, no Jordan Poyer, no Mitch Morse. I mean, no Saran Neal. No, think about the amount of leadership you're losing in that locker room. And Sean spoke a lot about the transitioning of leadership and Josh Allen taking on even more of a leadership role. He's already a leader, but he's been working on that part of his game even more so. And guys moving up and being, better leaders and more leaders and finding new leaders. And then you think about, they bring out Terrell Bernard to talk to us, right? So you get one guy on offense, that's Josh. Then you get one guy on defense, that's Terrell Bernard. He's a third-year player who's going to be calling the defense, middle linebacker. Terrell Bernard's got to be a big leader for you this year. So I just think, to me, the big takeaway from Sean was the leadership aspect and how he really kind of has to start over here at creating a new culture, creating a new leadership culture within the locker room. And that's what he's doing. For Josh, Josh talked about the same kind of thing, but having new faces, new voices, new people, and the challenge of, he's excited for that challenge. He's excited to be a leader for a new group and to bring new guys in. That was a big thing for me today, just listening to him talk about, it seemed like Josh had, and I don't want to make this like, oh, Stefan's gone, so Josh Allen feels better. I don't think so. But I do think when you have somebody as good as Stefan, leave the locker room, it can go one of two ways. You can sulk about it, or you can look at it as an opportunity. And I think Josh is looking at it as an opportunity with a bunch of new guys that he can kind of mold as these wide receivers going into this offense. And I think that was really, evident today, the way he spoke.
100%. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, but only Josh is the only captain on the team from last year as of now.
I have to go back and look, but that sounds right. Now, of course, because they haven't signed Tyler Medikevich, but he is a free agent. I think Reed Ferguson might have been a captain the last year. Was he?
Yeah, Reed, yeah.
So him and
right?
Josh
yes.
And Reed, yep.
So I think that might be it. But they have guys. Look, I mean, Deion Dawkins is a leader. You don't have to. You don't have to have a C on your chest to be a leader. Right. And maybe these guys do, but Deion Dawkins is a leader. We know that. Rasul Douglas is a leader, and he was only here for half a year last year. Right. But he's a leader. You have leaders on that team and in that locker room. I think the question is how you lead and what form that leadership takes. It doesn't have to be, we talk about this all the time. We've been talking on my Extra Point show with Joe DiBiase about the Sabres and leadership and what they need. And as I always say, you don't have to be a person who just gets in someone's face to be a leader. Sometimes you can be a leader because the way you act, the way you conduct yourself. Sometimes you can be a leader because you are that person who kind of stands up and, gets more to be a little bit more passionate. Leadership can take all forms. And I think that they have those guys, but now it's about Sean McDermott and the offense and the defense, finding those guys and who the leaders are and what way they want to lead.
100%. Yeah.
One more guy for me. My favorite player on offense, aside from Josh, these guys can vouch for me. Khalil Shakir. Every time he makes a play, I just scream Boise effing State. He's coming in this role, maybe wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. What are your expectations for him coming into his third year?
Yeah, third season.
Third season.
When
his name is called, he makes plays.
I expect a big jump from him. I do. I expect a big jump because of what we saw last year in the second half of the year. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm pulling up the stats. I don't want to say them wrong, but I think he had 2 100-yard games last year. And I want to make sure, at the end of the year last year, 115 against the Jets. Remember the one down the field? Yep. Sauce Gardner was kind of in the coverage there, and that made a big deal about it. And then at the end of the year against the Dolphins, week 18, 6 targets, 6 catches, 105 yards, 17 yards a catch, right? I mean, like, the guy made plays. I agree with you. So number one, I think that he just showed that he could be productive when given an opportunity, and he stepped in. He was far more productive than really Stephon Diggs or anybody on offense in the second half of the year. Now he also had more opportunity because teams are focusing maybe on Stephon and the way the offense works. But I do think that. But the other part of it, guys, I just think he's going to get opportunity. I mean, look at the depth chart right now. Right now, it's Curtis Samuel and Khalil Shakir, your top 2 guys. And I don't think anybody's necessarily going to supplant him as the top slot guy. I think it's year 3 now. It's time for the Bills. The Bills are going to say, look, we have this guy. I don't think they're going to necessarily draft over top of him. You'll add, there's no doubt about it, but I think that they feel comfortable enough where Khalil Shakir is going to step into even a bigger role. I love Khalil myself, as just a guy who talks to him in the locker room. He's a military kid. His dad, I think, was in the military. He grew up, understanding, how to go about his business, the leadership aspect of it, how to be a part of a team and play a role. I think all of that matters, when it comes to blocking and running routes, those kinds of things. When he was drafted, we were told by people at Boise State who covered him that he's always the first guy to take accountability, to step up, win or lose. He's going to talk to the media. I love that about him. Like, he never ducks anything. He's right there to tell you, exactly what happened and try his best to kind of, help you do your job. And I always appreciate that as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, we were tossing this question around before the podcast started, and we were kind of curious. Obviously, you covered Bills games for the whole season, and we're curious where is your favorite away stadium to travel to?
It's a great question. I've been asked many times. And I think that the answer lies in what, there's different ones for different reasons. First of all, let me say I've been to all but 3. There are 3 stadiums I haven't been to. And the reason why I didn't go to the 3 I haven't been to was because of COVID and we didn't travel that year. Right. I would have gone to San Francisco that year, didn't travel. Remember, the game was moved to Arizona. But I also haven't gone to Arizona because they played that year. And I haven't been to Vegas yet. So what really sucks is the last 2 years, Arizona and Vegas, where the Super Bowl is, if the Bills had made it, I'd gone to those stadiums. But obviously that didn't happen either. So there's only 3 I haven't been to. And I've been to some stadiums that aren't even in existence anymore, like the LA Coliseum. And then when the Chargers played in that weird soccer stadium a few years ago, the Peterman game, you remember. Listen, I know there's different ones for different reasons. Like I said, I mean, you go to LA, you go to SoFi, it's just incredibly massive and beautiful. And it's an event, right? It's Hollywood. It's great. It's not something I would want here in Buffalo because it's not as intimate and passionate. But for that reason, like just how cool looking it is, like looks like a spaceship you walk in. So that's been very cool. I do like Houston at NRG because it's big, it's loud. I think it's a little bit too big, to be quite honest with you, but I like that part of it. But, I like the intimate stadiums and the ones that you can have a really good environment and you can have, good sight lines and things like that. And believe it or not, one of my favorite is Gillette. I like going to Gillette. I think it's a really good spot to watch a game, to be on the field. It's pretty intimate. Now, the crowd isn't like Buffalo, right? They're spoiled. And, a few years ago, they were literally booing the Patriots off the field at halftime. And I'm like, dude, you're so spoiled here. It's ridiculous. But, the other thing about Gillette is it is the best visiting booth radio location in the league. It's literally like the Bills have probably the second best behind them. And it would be the best. But what happens is in Gillette, literally, I walk out of the radio booth. I just walk about maybe 20 yards and then right down. I can walk down on the field by going right through the aisle. Can't really do that any other stadium to be able to do that, but it's very close. It's down low. It's behind the visitors bench. So it's behind the Bills bench. That's one of them. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I've been to, but those are the ones that come to mind. There's always going to be, fun ones to go to for that I don't get to visit very often. You know what I like a lot? I like Detroit. If the Bills were ever going to build a dome, which they're not, we know that now, I would want it to be like Detroit. Not like Houston, not like some of these. Detroit, it's Ford Field, smaller, intimate, right in the city. I really like it.
Perfect. Yeah, I never would have thought about the whole fact of the whole COVID thing. Never even didn't even think about the fact that you would have missed out on some of those.
Well, and and I'm lucky. This will be my 11th year on the sidelines. I'm just very lucky to be in this position I'm in and to do what I do. I mean, I look back and I think the longest person who's ever done the radio sidelines before me might have been like 2 or 3 years at the most. For me to be on my 11th year, that's why I've had a chance to visit a lot of these stadiums. Right. So it's very cool. And then, just different cities you go to as well. Right. It's not just about the stadium. Now, this is in no way a complaint because I love my job and what I do, but as opposed to the other media who doesn't travel with the team, I travel with the team. Like if you work for the Buffalo News or Channel 4, Channel 2, whatever, you travel on your own to the games and they can go on a Friday and spend kind of a weekend in the city, Friday, all day, Saturday. I travel with the team. We fly out on Saturday afternoons for a Sunday afternoon game. So when we get there, I can really only spend several hours in that city before the game and then flying home.
Wow. So you fly with the team.
Yes. I'm on the team plane, stay in the team hotel. Yep.
Nice. One last little quick question. Just because this got tossed around at work, everybody's been super. I've been telling everybody, we're getting Sale on the podcast.
All right.
Have you heard anything about the red helmets? Are we going to see them potentially? Like, do we have anything from Sale here?
I don't think anything's coming this year. Now I will tell you, I don't. Ron Raccuia. Last I spoke to somebody about this was Ron Raccuia 2 years ago before not this 23 season, but before the 22 season. Ron is no longer with the organization. So, I don't know, things could have changed. But the way he explained it to me, I think was just an organizational thing. And I know the rules have changed a little bit in the league over the last week or so. Even we had some rule changes. But basically, what he basically told me was the only way the Bills could have done it a couple of years ago is if they really would have wanted to do like all red head to toe, and they didn't want to do that because the rule was like your third helmet had to be the same as your color rush or something. There was something about that they didn't want to do that. So look, to me, I'm wondering if maybe, and I don't know this, just my speculation. I'm not reporting this or anything or saying I have inside info. I'm wondering if they only want it, if they're going to wait till like the new stadium to unveil something like that. I wonder if that's something that they're going to do, but no, as far as I know, I don't think they're planning on anything necessarily, with red or different this year.
Fair enough. And then lastly, Sal, we ask all the guests to pop on the podcast, especially of our local Buffalo guys. What's your top 3 wing choice? Like your go-to wing spots?
Well, I'm not just saying this because they sponsor my Sal's House video cast, but they do. But it is a great spot. It's not far from me on the west side, Niagara Street. It is Sports City Pizza Pub. Don't know if you guys have been there, but it is amazing. They have like 40 different flavors of wings. They're incredible. They have great pizza. And I actually will tell you, it's one of the best spots to go in Buffalo to watch sports. They have TVs everywhere. No matter where you sit or stand, there's a TV you can watch sports going on. So Sports City Pizza Pub on Niagara Street.
Never been.
You like that? So you guys got to try that out.
I was there once, and it was the best experience I've had, like watching a Bills game outside of my house or at the stadium. So I can agree with him there.
See, there you go. So they sponsor my Sal's House podcast. So there you go.
Awesome.
Really good people over there. What else? So, I mean, I know that not everybody loves these as much. I like Gabriel's Gate's wings. I've been there. I haven't been there in a while, but I do like to go to Gabriel's Gate. I do like their wings. I think they're really good. Of course, Bar Bill has great wings. Elmo's really good wings. 911 Tavern, all the normal spots that everybody likes to go to. I would say that I go to. I have a kind of a hot take on wings a little bit, which is I don't think it's hard. Like I guess you could screw them up, but a lot of them are the same in Buffalo. You know what matters to me more? Size of the wings. Size matters, guys. Size of the wings matter. I mean, I do. I think that like a lot of the sauces, you get a lot of the sauces some places and it's hard to discern. I could tell you that one place is better than another. And I love the different variety at Sports City, like I said. But honestly, you go to a lot of these places, if you go to Elmo's or Bar Bill or Sports City or Gabriel's Gate or whatever it is, a lot of times they're all kind of the same in a lot of ways. To me, the size matters. You know what else? Imperial has really good wings as well in South Buffalo. I like them. That's my hot take on wings. I don't know. I'm not enough of a wing snob to say, oh, this one is so much better than the other one. Give me a nice size wing and just, do it up in the way that you do wings and you should be okay.
I like it.
That's going on our board.
So we like it. We're going to say, we'll put on, we got the little board over here. We'll put sales size matters.
Size matters. Dot. When it comes to wings.
There we go. Appreciate your time tonight, Sal. We were super excited to have you on. We love your work and again, thank you for coming on.
No problem, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the traffic. I'll ask you guys a question before we go. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got a couple minutes here. All right. You go around and you each give me a prediction on who the Bills are going to draft, or maybe if you have a prediction on where they're going to draft, if you think it's something that they might do different than where they're picked at 28.
Ooh. Okay. I think that's awesome. First off, thank you. I'm going to start us off here. I've teeter-tottered, right? Like, especially after trading Diggs, like everything's changed. We break down the draft every week, and everything's changed over the last month here. And I think I've fallen kind of in love with Ladd McConkey a little bit.
I like it.
I like Ladd McConkey. If they pick him at 28, am I upset? No. Would I like potentially a trade back, get some more draft capital? I would love it, but give me Ladd McConkey.
All right.
Yeah, like you, I've tossed around because it's lying season, what Tank says. So we don't know what's happened. So we did a mock draft last week. We traded back. We got Ladd McConkey and Ricky Pearsall back to back.
Woo! I love it.
Straight heat.
So I think past drafts, we might just stay at 28 if a receiver doesn't fall our way. maybe defensive line.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll go D-line.
That boy Johnny.
All right.
John Zell Newton.
All right. These guys can attest to this. For months upon months, I have been saying we got to go up and get Brian Thomas Jr. I've been in love with Brian Thomas Jr. As things kind of unfolded here, I'm on the trade back train. I like Travis said in our latest mock draft, we were able to grab Ladd and my favorite receiver, second favorite receiver in the draft, Ricky Pearsall. For me, I just really want Ricky Pearsall on the team.
Okay. He's really good. Yeah. You know, and I think he's not just a slot guy, right? He can play a slot. He can play outside too a little bit. You know, I think he can do kind of everything, right? So I like Ricky Pearsall a lot. There's so many good. How about Tank? What's Tank got? Has he got anything?
Come on, Tank.
Hey, I got I was just like, I'm on the same boat as Chris. I think Ladd McConkey's the guy if they stick at 28, but I can see a scenario, that Carolina ties, you know what I mean, with Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott. Maybe Carolina trades back into the first round after that flop of a trade they had last year. Maybe trade back with the Panthers, and it's either going to be Ladd McConkey or maybe Xavier Worthy. How do you like that one, Sal?
I like Xavier Worthy. He's growing on me more and more. And one of the big reasons, guys, is because he's also a return man. They don't have a true return man on the team right now. They have guys who can return, but they don't have like a Deontay Hardy from last year. They need a guy. And I think Xavier Worthy could be a guy that they could say, we can draft this guy. He's really fast, obviously, and he can return for us as well. So that's good. All right, I got you. I got Chris for Ladd.
Especially with the kickoff rules too,
I know, right? I agree. So I got Chris and Tank with Ladd. Tank says trade back with the Panthers coming up. Travis has Brian Thomas Jr. and John has Ricky Pearsall, right?
Boom.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Right.
There we go.
Well, don't be surprised if I tweet that out, okay? So you guys know.
Oh, dude.
Please do.
You do. We'll be so happy. It'll be awesome.
All right, you guys tag me when you post this, and I'll tweet out what you guys said about the drafts, and you guys can. We'll see how right you are.
My man, I
That's
appreciate
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sal. Super thankful you hopped on here. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, and sorry we couldn't do longer, guys, but
You're good,
just
dude.
busy this
You're
time
absolutely
here,
good. You're absolutely good. We appreciate your time, Sal. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Yep. See you. Bye.
Thank you.
Go Bills.
There you go. Sal Capaccio, ladies and gentlemen. What an interview.
Sal was the host of the BillsAholic pod for the last couple minutes. How about that?
That's awesome.
He's the first guest to hop on here and become the
Roles
host.
are reversed.
We got. He pulled with the Uno reverse card. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, we need that on there.
Let's go, Sal. Let's go.
Hey,
Sal.
he put us on his board. He gotta, what I mean.
We gotta go on our board.
Gotta go hand for hand.
Put it nice and big.
Because size matters.
Dot.
With wings.
Yeah.
That's look, Chris. Look what your dad texted me.
Nice. Nice, boys.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. Not for the show.
That was awesome, man.
We'll have to explain.
That was awesome.
Okay. All right, I'll just fill in the silence here. You guys did a great job, man. Sal was a hell of a guest.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate Sal for coming on. That was nice.
Oh, boys. It's got me hyped up. That's got me hyped up, because we listen to Sal
every single day.
Every morning.
Every single day.
Like love hearing him
Sal.
and Joe DiBiase, and then you hear Sal.
Oh, we forgot to sing him in.
Damn, man.
Chris just jumped right to it.
Man, I was thinking about it, but in the back of my head, I'm like, well, what if we can't?
Well,
so it's like, guys.
Well, so if we're singing it, there's no way we're gonna sound good enough for them to be like, we're copywriting you.
Right.
The one thing I will say is like going into it, like how it is. Like you work yourself up, right? And then you go through the interview and you're like, damn. Especially after you pulled the size matters thing. Damn. What that could have been like. That would have been a great beginning.
If we can get Martin to get a GIF on that, size matters.
Martin.
Oh
you know what you gotta do.
Oh my god, that would be gold.
Martin, you got one job, bro.
Martin, you got a job, and I need it done.
Dude, shout out to everybody that watched the interview. Obviously, we're gonna dive into so much. This is not the last podcast for the draft. We have one more podcast next Tuesday before the draft, but we're 1 week away, boys. We're 1 week away today from the NFL draft. I mean, we're beyond excited. Like we said to Sale, like it can go different ways. I've over the last week or so I'd say the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I've really fallen in love with Ladd McConkey. I think the Bills have fallen in love with him. Absolutely.
So I was after looking through like Matt Harmon's reception perception and all, the kind of like fine details, I got turned away from Ladd because of Shakir, actually. I think
right on. Boise fucking state.
I think Shakir.
Travis was scared to swear in front of
I know he said
yeah.
First time I've ever heard him do that, by the way.
I
Travis
think
was kind of disappointed, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
you should have just let it rip.
I should have.
Anywho, sorry.
I want to be respectful.
I think Shakir is NFL Ladd McConkey right now. After looking at the numbers. But would I be mad? No,
fuck no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Ladd,
Now
Ladd
he's just like, I'm gonna let him rip. Like just all around.
He was holding him in.
That would. It's gonna be interesting, dude. Like this is that time of the year where you guys all said it in the interview. Like it's lying season. Like we have no idea what's gonna happen. We could go edge rusher. We could go interior defensive line. We could draft a wide receiver. Cooper DeJean was here the other day for a top 30 visit.
He's visited a couple times.
We could potentially see him on the Bills. This is the time. This is especially this close to the draft where there's rumors for this guy to go to the Bills. This guy. It's all over the place, right? We won't know until we know.
Yeah.
Hit him with the amen. We'll see.
Amen. We'll see.
There you go. Perfect timing. And I thought it was interesting too, because like Pat McAfee had Bill Belichick on the show the other day, and
yes, Casey,
he pretty much was just saying like, this is the week where any rumor that you see come out is from the agents.
1 second.
Go ahead.
What made you think to throw this while we're talking to Sal?
My bad.
And my man.
That shit slammed too.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm sorry.
He's like, I want to be respectful, but let me throw this garbage while we're talking to him.
That shit doinked.
Was the camera on us?
It was on Chris.
It didn't matter.
We heard it.
Sal's probably sitting there like listening to me talking. He was like, doink. He was like, what the fuck just happened?
He's like, what the hell's Tank doing back there?
Jeez,
my bad, Tank. You can continue, but when I saw the bottle, I got mad.
It had to be addressed because they're just. It's because you didn't say Kobe. If you would have said Kobe, there would have been no problem.
You're right. But I didn't think it mattered because the camera's on Chris.
Dude, we've had 4 or 5 solid viewers the whole podcast. So what a nice little.
What a step up. Hold on, let's go check our subs.
Oh man.
So, dude,
wow.
Like you guys saw what it looked like when Geary shared our video around. Like now
Sal said he's actually going to tweet your predictions.
Yeah, Sal's like we're talking about these guys.
I just had a tweet at Sal. Hopefully he sees it. I totally forgot to say anything about Leggett. I'm high on Leggett.
So it sucks because I should have said McConkey or Leggett.
Yeah.
And that would have been great to be like, you want to talk about Southern accents? Chris got Leggett going to the Bills, but who knows, man? Who knows?
He's not the first person that's said that, and I could hear it every time I talk, obviously. But like every person I met has literally brought it up, and they get so disappointed when I tell them I was born and raised in Niagara Falls and have not moved outside the state ever. So I either get Southern accent or there's a little Canadian something. I don't know where they get that from, but
hey.
So then he said trucks and what did he say?
Trucks and
Tank drives a Corolla.
Tractor. So. Yeah, I'm complete
opposite. He's got a Corolla.
Complete opposite, Sal.
And then how about some like I love that like we've gotten in-depth wing perception from these guys, right? Like we get them on here and they're just like they're gonna dive in. They don't just give you the I love Barbell and I love Duffs and I love Anchor Bar, right? They dive in, dude, and I like it.
Speaking of diving in, like we got a whole breakdown from Nate Geary last time, bro. I swear to God, I thought he brought up almost every fucking location in Buffalo, New York when he's breaking it down.
We had an experience. We tried to go to one spot.
Did you?
We walk in.
We ended up at Barbell.
We ended up at Barbell. We walk in and the bartender looks at us and
size matters, Dad. Go Sal. Great evening. Size matters.
Nice.
Size does matter, Billy G. Let's go.
Love you, Billy G.
What did the bartender say?
Shout out to my pops.
As we walked in.
Okay, so we walk into one of these places that Nate Geary tells us to go to.
Yeah.
And this is no shot at Nate Geary. He might enjoy this place. This place might be great, right? We walk in, the bartender looks at us and goes, fuck. I kid you not, we sat down. I looked across. I think I was sitting right across from Casey, John. My hands are my arms are sticking to the table a little bit. I'm like, dude, what is going on here? We got up and left. Didn't order wings. We got up and left. We went down to Barbell East Aurora. We ended up back where we belong.
Nate Geary didn't tell us that this place, which I can't even remember. I was so mad I can't even remember where we went.
Couldn't even tell you which one that was.
You sit yourself, and then you have to get up and go to the bartender to order. And the bartender was obviously mad that we were there, so we literally got up and we walked out.
We walked right out.
Said, okay, you don't got to deal with us.
It was minorly busy, but nothing
Decent,
crazy, dude. You walk into Barbell, you got a 31 party wait, and at least you walk up like, welcome to Barbell. We walked in, there was probably only like 4 different parties. We walk in, he's like, man, fuck. It's like, dude,
I don't want to make extra money today. Fuck.
Like, dude, we would have tipped handsomely. We're good with stuff like that.
But it wasn't known that like you gotta sit yourself and go up to the bar and order. Like that wasn't known at all.
We did not know that walking in. That was not.
We knew that after we walked in.
I'm sure
I also go to pull up the menu and it's like 20. You got to be 21 plus to access the menu.
Even look at it.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me,
No,
man.
we walked out.
I'm not ordering a brewski. I'm ordering wings.
We walked out, and then we as we get to Barbell, and we wait 11 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Got right
and honestly, we would have been in faster had we not bumped into a Southern family.
Oh yeah, I talked to your kind of people.
Right.
Dude, like
we're doing this
from North Carolina.
we would have been in Barbell. Like I walked up, I got us on the wait. She was like, "Oh, only one party." I walked out. I'm almost certain that she texted me 2 seconds later after I walked out the door. But we got into that long conversation.
Yeah, my bad.
No, dude, we're shoot. We like to shoot the shit.
I'm a
we're shit shooters.
That's what podcasting is.
That's what we do. We like to shit the shoot. Apparently, shoot the
something
shit.
like that.
Try saying that 10 times fast. Jeez. But yeah, no, great interview. Shout out to everybody that watched it.
What was your guys' I don't mean to cut you off before you move to your next time, but what was your takeaways from everything Sal mentioned to you guys today?
Overall,
yeah. Did anything stick out with his some of his answers?
I'm glad he said the leadership point. That's kind of where I was hoping he was going to go. Yeah, McDermott made it quite clear that they're looking for leaders to step up, not name Josh Allen. For me, I think a guy like Shakir, Dawson Knox is a huge one.
I just want to see if you're going to say it because I want to throw one in there.
Deion Dawkins, McGovern, and then defensively, Terrell Bernard,
TB.
Mike Edwards, and for my money, well, obviously Rasul Douglas, but for my money, I think Christian Benford could be a great leader on the team as well.
You nailed it I think Christian Benford's a sneaky candidate to be a really big leader in that, especially in that secondary. A secondary that's going to look
Milano as well. Sorry,
Milano for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, Milano coming in like that's a given. But dude, from what I gathered seeing people take away from this interview, this TV interview today, Terrell Bernard, it seemed like from what people said, he seems like he even might have taken a big step this offseason.
Beltline Brewery.
All right, we won't make that mistake again. But it felt like, from what I heard, it seems like Terrell Bernard might take a huge step, like as far as the way he carries himself in the locker room. It seems like he's going to take a big step. That might be a sneaky candidate for for captain. Man said Rasul Douglas. I have a screenshot for John. Hey man,
I can't be wrong.
I'll
hit a famous BillsAholic line. If I'm going to be wrong about something, I'm glad it was that.
And you said that multiple times.
I did.
And yeah.
That's true though. I wasn't the biggest fan.
When you're in this line of business, when you receive new information, you're allowed to change your opinion.
Well, and let's be real here. You also said on the podcast, you were like, we have a reel on Instagram and TikTok.
We do.
And YouTube where you say I go on and on about how much I love this trade for the Bills, and John hits at the end. Yeah, I don't like it.
And you know what? We don't have a 3rd round pick this year. Rasul Douglas was our 3rd round pick.
But that's fine. For the production he's probably going to give the Bills. That's not bad.
Yeah, you're 100%. No, you're right. I'm trying to defend myself the best to my ability.
Still, we don't have a 3rd round pick this year.
That's all I got.
And here we are.
You guys aren't wrong.
I'm not going to try to knock that because I could have dude, if that trade where we are right now in the offseason, we just traded Steph, and now we have a hole at wide receiver 1. Who knows what's going to happen and how it gets addressed, but we have a hole at wide receiver 1. And had you not hit on that Rasul Douglas trade, you trade that 3rd round pick away. Now all of a sudden it does kind of look like, damn. Like, because if you don't have Rasul Douglas, correct me if I'm wrong, you really don't have a solid cornerback 1/2. Like you just have Christian Benford and Kyrie Elam. And obviously we alluded to him putting in work this offseason. Kyrie Elam putting in this work. You have a different coaching staff. But what does that look like? And like you need to have a Rasul Douglas and a Christian Benford in the
100%.
DB room. So
speaking of DBs, which I didn't get the opportunity to shoot it through Sale, but he's a big fan of Jamarcus Ingram, which was the practice squad corner.
Yeah.
But that is our depth. We got 4 corners. Plus, I mean, Tehran, but.
And Tehran's he's Tehran Johnson.
Yeah, I was going to shoot
also
it by him.
Also a candidate for definitely for that.
I'm just happy he had high praise for my guy, Khalil Shakir.
100%.
And it's hard not to, dude. Like, especially again, like we keep going back to what this wide receiver core looks like right now. You have a Curtis Samuel that he's going to get the ball. They're going to find a way to get him the football, whether that's like we said out of the backfield, whether that's in the slot, whether that might be on the outside. He's going to find the football. But I mean, you don't have anywhere else to look in the wide receiver room right now other than Curtis Samuel, who's a question mark, and then kind of what you're getting from Khalil Shakir. So I'm excited, dude. Like Khalil Shakir might be my sneaky like player. I'm definitely excited to watch this year.
Can I throw a sneaky one in there?
Absolutely.
Sale pointed out
Sneaky John.
Yeah, Sneaky John. Sale alluded to Xavier Worthy being a kick returner.
Khalil Shakir?
Andy Isabella.
Is he? He's still here, right?
He's still here. He's on the practice squad.
Here.
That's my sneaky kind of. I think he makes the team as the kick returner. And I think Joe Brady finds a way to get him the football a couple times.
Because it felt like, because like when you sign one of these guys in the middle of the season, especially a guy like an Andy Isabella, right?
Yeah.
That they got to come in, they got to learn the playbook. And I mean,
he was preseason.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was before the season. He played in all the preseason games.
Yeah,
high second round pick, right, from the Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just fell
super
out the first
fast,
round.
dude. Super fast.
That was his game coming out of college. Was his speed, his elusiveness, his run after catch, and it just
which is what's
he got drafted into a bad situation, and he never got out.
He never really just. I think it kind of hinders your development a little bit when you're playing for.
Especially
like
speed guys.
Yeah, and like this is. And it sucks because like you talk about an Xavier Worthy that's elusive, that has that speed, that can make plays after he catches the football. The thing that makes me nervous is, like, notoriously speaking, those guys, the last couple of years at least, have struggled to pan out. Like you look back to before, I think Xavier Worthy beat he's the 40-yard dash holder network. But you look back to like John Ross. John Ross was supposed to be that guy, right? And then John Ross gets hurt, and then like
Tony was supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney, all these fast guys, right?
Henry Ruggs. We got KJ Hamler technically on the practice squad. His career never even got started.
Hey, Ruggs was on his way. He just got a little too speedy off the field.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah,
he couldn't catch a football.
He couldn't. But you know what? Now that we're talking about the draft. Obviously, that's the biggest conversation, right? That's exactly what we're leading into here next week, a week from today. I want to go over something real quick that I thought about. The Buffalo Bills in franchise history have selected seven wide receivers in the first round. And from first day the franchise was open to now, have selected 7 wide receivers in the first round.
Was this a little trivia?
So this is a little trivia. I want to see how many of these 7 guys, and there's some names in here that you guys are not going to know. I will right hand. My dad says Shakir gets a more lead role, and they make him a captain before midseason. They got to be captains at the regular season, but I see what you're saying. He does take a bigger step this season. I think on the field production wise, and definitely in the locker room.
Yeah,
like we said, he's gonna have to. I mean, he's right now besides Curtis Samuel. Well, I mean, I know you got a Mac Hollins, but that's more of a special teams
Stop
guy.
cheating, Casey.
He definitely looked it up.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. One of those isn't right. So all right. Let's do a little Chris trivia, because usually it's John doing trivia. Chris came up with trivia this morning because he didn't go into work until 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Chris coming out with some trivia today.
Traded up for Sammy Watkins.
There you go. Green.
There's one.
That's one. The Bills traded up for Sammy Watkins. He was the second. He's tied for, we'll say tied for first. Tied for first for the highest overall pick the Bills have picked for wide receiver. He was selected 4th overall in the 2014 NFL Draft out of Clemson. So Travis nails it on the head. I just think there's just some names on here that are going to make this list very impossible for you guys to get all 7. But so number 2 is Sammy Watkins.
Wasn't Robert Woods 2nd round pick?
Robert Woods was definitely like a 2nd or a 3rd round pick. Yeah, I think he might have been a 2nd.
Y'all just haters. It's off top.
Well, in the Chris just said
Lee Evans. Right?
Casey got one of them wrong, so the other one's got to be right.
Are we saying which one of those it is? Yes. Yeah, there you go. There's even more proof. My dad, who has seasons with us, and props to Travis, who has said Shakir was a big piece of the Bills' future since his first season. Travis is a huge Khalil Shakir guy.
What's he fucking state?
Surprised he doesn't have a Khalil Shakir jersey yet.
This season. This offseason's coming.
He has been a Khalil Shakir guy since we drafted him. And
let me know when, Travis.
I will back.
Oh, yeah.
I will back that.
Yes,
no, Casey.
I got a pair with.
Casey is right on one of those guys. The other guy is not a 1st round pick.
Andre Reed wasn't a 1st round pick.
He was not.
It was Lee Evans.
It is Lee Evans. Lee Evans was drafted 13th overall in the 2004 NFL Draft, and he is the 5th highest selected wide receiver.
One of these guys is from like the 70s, right?
Yes.
Don Beebe?
Don Beebe. No.
Don
Beebe.
I can't
Don
think.
Beebe's from the 90s.
I'm never gonna get to his name, but I know
Wasn't
there was
Steve
one in the
Tasker?
70s.
He was drafted in like the 9th round.
Tasker wasn't even drafted by the Bills.
There's also another kind of bigger name that you guys are leaving hanging around there.
It's not Stevie.
Not Stevie. Stevie's a 7th round pick out of Kentucky.
It's not
In the 2008 NFL Draft.
2008.
Stevie Johnson, Mr. Why So Serious.
I'm trying to think of like
Eric Mold? No.
What did you say?
Is it not Eric Molds?
Eric Molds, the 7th
Oh,
highest selected receiver in franchise history. Eric Molds was drafted 24th overall in 1996 by the Buffalo Bills, which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and I could bet you don't get any 4 of these guys.
probably not.
So do you want me to just say them?
Yeah, I got nothing.
In 1971,
Here's the guy I was thinking of.
the Bills drafted with the 4th overall pick, J.D. Hill,
Yeah, would have never got there.
who really did not pan out for the Bills.
Clearly.
There's a name that I think this is the guy that I think you're thinking of, because this guy did pan out for the Bills. The 3rd highest overall selected wide receiver by the Bills. 5th overall in the 1979 NFL Draft, Jerry Butler.
Yeah, that was it.
4th,
I'd have never got there.
Haven Moses. 9th overall in the 1968 NFL Draft.
No
shot.
And then 6th, 19th overall in the 1982 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills selected Perry Tuttle, who was out of the NFL. Out of the NFL after 24 games, fellas. And he only had success up north in the Canadian Football League.
No.
Some would say that pick probably didn't really pan out for the Bills.
Perry what?
Perry Tuttle.
Tuttle.
Perry Tuttle.
Perry Tuttle.
Wow. Yeah. No. No.
So
Would've
now
never
we'll
got
see.
there.
Yeah, now we'll see what that list looks like next week. If there's an 8th guy, get it added, or maybe they don't select in the 1st round, or if they do, maybe it's not a wide receiver.
Maybe they trade back.
Maybe they trade back. Maybe they trade up. We don't know. We don't know.
All this draft talk wants me to just do another mock draft.
Tank, we caught Tank. Tank's like, what?
We can make it happen.
Put it up. At least Tank's not like Tank's not pulling like a Moranta, and he's like, "Oh, you talking to me?"
Jeez, got some strays out
We
here.
got one more podcast.
Yeah, I was
after
gonna
this.
say,
we'll do another
How
one.
about this? This one more podcast next week, and it's kind of funny.
Hold on, we doing all teams or just Bills?
Just do Bills. Just do Bills.
Seven,
I think it's
seven round.
Yeah,
why not?
I think it's kind of funny that, like, not funny, but it's awesome. Like, next week, it kind of comes to an end. Not an end, but
Show's over.
no, not the show. The show's not over. Show still
Jeez, we
goes
get
on.
Sal on, then it's over.
Show still goes on.
We hit our peak. We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
We hit our ceiling.
See you later. No, show still goes on, but not So right after the draft, the Tuesday after the draft, we'll be in a new location, according to Moranto.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's interesting. So maybe the Bills draft a new wide receiver 1 for some new beginnings, and then we have new beginnings.
Makes sense.
Sure.
How about it? Just trying to correlate the two together.
It works.
But yeah, no. Why don't we jump into a little bit of a mock draft here for the Buffalo Bills? Just some background because we have more viewers right now than we usually have live when we do this. We're just going to do the Bills. We're going to do 7 picks and 7 rounds. And we're going to see who falls to us at 28, whether we trade up or trade down. Let's see. Let's jump right into it.
Here we go.
So last week we traded back.
Okay, Caleb Williams.
Why don't we trade up?
Jaden Daniels.
If you want to explain it, go ahead.
All right. So we traded, for those of you that might not have caught it last week, like Travis alluded to when we had Sale on, we traded back where we acquired some draft capital in the second round where we drafted Lad McConkey and Ricky Pearsall. What that looks like. Oh, Dylan. We got a Dylan Wilson appearance.
What's up, Dylan?
Shout out to you, Dylan. Thank you for tuning in. So we traded back. Do you want to see a scenario where we trade up this?
Depends how the board.
We got to see how the board goes. No wide receiver has gone yet. It's going exactly the way I think it goes. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, by the way, to the Patriots. Which, can I jump into something about this real quick?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, they're not picking.
So I want this to be known. I was at the Blue Jays game yesterday. Blue Jays Yankees in Toronto, and we're sitting there. It's me, Jack, and Mark Beasley. Yeah,
About that comeback.
it was a good game to be at. It was a good game.
A good game to be to.
It was a very solid game.
British tank. Yeah, British tank, South tank.
Which one do you want next? Let's try going global.
Dude, this is that. I don't even know why I've said it like that, but it was a good game to be to. I was just in Canada a little too long.
Game to be to.
But that being said, in like the 6th inning, we're sitting there, and one of us had something Bills related on, and
Sorry, you drinking drinks.
yeah, apparently,
Good
and
game to be to.
2 fans over.
It's
The one fan next to me starts doing the shout song, right? Like he's a Bills fan. I'm like, oh, this is fucking badass, right? We're gonna chop it up about the draft in between innings. We are, and then his buddy next to him is a Patriots fan, and has the audacity to tell me that the Bills are gonna finish at the bottom of their division. He says the Patriots are gonna finish above them when they draft Jaden Daniels. How? What? Where do you even begin to have the right to knock off the guys that have won the division 4 years in a row, and they're coming for 5? Like, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. He was delusional. He also told me right now C.J. Stroud's a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Was he? How many beers was he in?
I couldn't even tell you. He's Canadian, so his opinion to me is irrelevant.
Yeah, those fucking Canadians.
I'm gonna be honest with you though.
Get out of my malls.
If the Patriots do stay here, if they don't draft Marvin Harrison, what are you doing?
Well, they took Jaden Daniels, so
no,
I just think
my prediction is they trade out for more draft capital because they need a little bit of just about everything, and they have a first-time head coach, so they're just not ready for a quarterback. And why would you draft the number 1 receiver with Bailey Zappi?
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to be honest with you right here.
Wide receiver or quarterback?
With the way the board's going, I don't think
chilling.
I think I'm chilling. Like as much as I want to have a scenario where we trade up, like I'm set on the fact that I don't want to trade up this high.
I guess my question following up with that is if the board continues to fall like this and you see either for some reason Harrison or Neighbors or maybe even a Dunze fall, which spot would you try to determine to go trade up and go get one of those 3?
I think 11's like your most realistic shot, right? Like with the Bears, like the highest you could get is 11 with the Bears potentially. And then what would you say next? Like
or 9 rather?
Oh, 9 with the Bears. I think
I'm comfortable at.
I just don't.
12.
Right. I'm just saying the highest I think you could get is Chicago potentially with 9.
Oh,
I don't think you're getting any higher than that. I even think that 9th overall pick's too much. That's going to cost us too much. 12,
especially jumping from
Denver's been selling. I got it. I think 12 you could potentially get your hands on 12, and then.
Well, let's just see how the board falls.
Let's see how the board falls. That's the fun of it.
Do you just want me to be cautious and pause it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Makes sense.
That's good. That's exactly how we could have figured that to go.
Over Joe Alt.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Vikings make their
Vikings trade up. They're like, we got our guy.
They traded with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're getting the
Now Malik Neighbors
Neighbors
right there.
All right.
Okay, one more. No way they're going to 9.
You want to risk it?
Yeah, there's just no way.
Dallas Turner.
You're not trading with the Jets. I can tell you that.
They're not doing.
Maybe you could trade with
There's
the
a
Giants.
connection here. There's a connection
Hey,
here.
Joe Shane.
What does it take?
My thing is they have 130 wide receivers. I don't think you trade back and take a receiver.
130 wide receiver 3s.
So
and
do you
4s.
want to revisit
They're not
what,
doing wide
like
receiver.
so let this pick go by, and maybe we're sitting at 12.
Do you want to try?
What is it like? So hit proposed trade. Like what is? So if we were to click on the Giants, okay. So does it show us like some sites will show like the fairness of the trade?
Mm-mm.
No, okay.
They either accept it or reject.
So they either like let's do it, or they just hang up the phone on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with John.
I think I'm okay with not taking this
I'm with
pick.
John.
Yeah.
You.
Damn.
Looks like we're not trading up.
Well, wait.
Well, you took Latu.
They trade up again? They took a Dunze and Arnold.
That's crazy. Now hold on.
Well, we just got this is where we
Oh,
always.
This is where they always.
I was trying to say hold on for the Jags, but they didn't take my boy.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, Brian Thomas Jr. I don't think slips past the Bengals here.
If there was to
But
be
I
a
don't think
trade up, I tend to agree with what Nate Geary said. Going up this high to get Brian Thomas Jr., I wouldn't feel comfortable.
And also, I could either see Cincy going after a tackle or maybe going after that boy Johnny or Byron Murphy.
I think like the way that this draft always seems to go, the Bengals and T. Higgins just said this. They're going at least one. He's on the Bengals this year. So I don't truly see them taking a receiver.
Unless they get him for insurance.
I mean, let's let the pick go by because I don't think you can even. I don't think the
see.
Bengals are going to even want to trade with you. There you go.
Oh, offensive tackle.
The Steelers are likely. To
Yeah, I would let LA pick.
This is where I get nervous. Oh wow.
Oh,
Miami's not picking up your
No.
phone call.
Neither.
I also don't
slow on the button.
I don't.
You're not telling me when to stop.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I thought I said it.
I don't know
My
if
bad.
I don't know if the Dolphins, Eagles, or the Raiders take Brian Thomas.
No. Why don't we just go back to back years and trade with the fucking fuckboys?
The Raiders would.
What if someone ends up trading up?
Yeah.
Because let's see, who would you be afraid of jumping the gun on you?
The Chiefs for one.
The Chiefs won't go up.
The Chiefs for one.
Maybe the Ravens.
I don't see the Ravens going up either.
I would try to trade with the Raiders. I try to make.
So we'll stop at the Raiders.
All right, let's do it.
Wow, there you go. There's your answer. All right.
So if it hypothetically, if it was to fall this way, 22 to 24 is my range of where I would like them to jump up if they're going to jump up. So if that's how it falls, that's how it falls.
Yeah, at that point, I'm staying put.
You know what I'm saying?
Now it does not matter.
Trying to trade with the Dolphins is never going to happen.
It's never going to happen. Like,
so 22 to 24 is, from what I've heard from draft experts, is the range for the Bills.
And even just what I said about Cincy potentially taking Brian Thomas for insurance, that's what Miami's doing right there.
I don't even think that's insurance necessarily. Tyreek Hill's openly said he's done.
So that's what I'm saying. So they're getting Brian Thomas for potentially when Tyreek leaves. But all right, let's play it out.
Yeah, at this point we're sitting at 28 here.
Oh,
that boy, man.
Johnny Newton went. That was my pick.
All right.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
Too far.
Nah, yeah, I think because you know what? If I'm here,
Cooper DeJean.
I like Chop Robinson.
Me personally, I'm still taking AD Mitchell.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Give me with Sal. I'm gonna go with Xavier Worthy.
Truth be told, I'm so far out of AD Mitchell. Like the Bills draft, that's now a wide receiver that the Bills draft in the first round. I actually will not be very excited.
Why?
Well, because now the reports have come out even worse about him having an attitude and him not finishing plays, right? and this whole diabetes thing, and like I don't know if you heard the whole
Mhm.
breakdown about like him being able to take care of himself and stuff like that, dude. There's just if the board really truly is this way, at the way I am, the way I feel right now, I like Worthy better than AD Mitchell, just because of all the off the field stuff.
Yeah, I
AD
can't.
Mitchell. It
I
scares me.
get that. I can't get there. Personally, truthfully,
I like
if
Ladd.
the board-
I like Ladd.
if the board's sitting here, I'm trading out.
Yeah, okay, I'm with that. I like Ladd McConkey, and my two wide receivers at this point, where we'd be right here, is Ladd McConkey and Xavier Legette are my two favorite wide receivers here. And the problem is I feel like if you trade out, especially with what we were offered, it just sucks because I feel like we weren't offered anything.
You weren't offered shit.
Yeah, we weren't offered anything like we were last week, where it was like we have to make that move. I feel like you have to pick here.
You got your boys in Carolina too.
And
That's what I'm saying. I would at least try to get out.
is there a way that we could try
you
to trade
still
out?
trade,
So
yeah.
let's try to trade out with Carolina. Let's go to Carolina.
Where are they at?
You know, with
Right
the
below
Cs.
Arizona.
So we want their 33rd overall pick. And
How about their
what about their
10
60? What about 65?
That's rich.
what about 101?
Worst they could do is say no.
I
Yeah.
was say the worst thing to
propose
say
it.
is no. Why don't we throw in? We got to throw in at least like
A swap.
a swap. Let's try a swap. Let's try a third for next year. Because Brandon Bean doesn't like third round picks.
They said absolutely not.
Really?
Go 101.
All right, well, no.
Wish they would have like. I just wish it would have shown us how close we were.
You gotta keep trying.
I still want 65, dude.
I don't know if you're gonna get it.
You're not going to get
So we'll go
65.
down to 101.
Two
So that's
for-
a fourth.
two for one.
Let's see. Man,
I don't think it's going to happen with Carolina, brother.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. Why don't we give up a first this year and a fourth next year for their second and fourth this year? Oh no! I meant their fourth round pick, 101.
Oh my bad.
All right, bro. They just don't like us.
Ain't going to
All right.
happen.
The ties are gone.
You're picking.
We're
Fuck it,
picking.
man. Whoever y'all want.
We'll see.
I feel like for value though, I mean, you might just have to go chop.
I like Chop here. I don't have a problem with taking an edge rusher in the first round.
The only
but
thing is now picking at 65, no Legette, no Ladd.
right. So, and then here I would take.
How much do you love Ladd?
I don't-
Not enough.
I see, and I think the opposite of him.
'Cause I think they would pull the trigger too, but I think it's tough when Chop Robinson's just staring at you.
I would go Chop here, but the wide receiver, if we're going wide receiver, I'm going Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, give me Chop.
All right, Travis.
Go
here you
Chop.
go. All right,
It's going to
Chop
be the,
Robinson.
we're,
It is.
we're doing our best Brandon Bean impression. Keon to the Patriots. There goes a Donnie. Cooper DeJohn.
Added
I
Troy.
haven't seen Ladd.
Oh, you
There
just
we go.
you stay there. Lad. Ah, you little you fucker.
Got you.
There
That's
goes Pope.
funny. Yeah, I liked last week's draft better. This fucking stinks. Sorry for cussing.
Whoa, wait a minute.
And we get Xavier Legette. Decline Xavier Legette.
There you go. It worked out.
Okay.
I think it worked out for
Chop
you.
Robinson and
Roman.
Xavier Legette is your first two picks,
You
baby.
can't beat that.
You could.
Oh, come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on. That's
Chop falls at 28.
That's solid. That's a solid little first and
Yeah.
second round pick.
If Chop Robinson is sitting there, there's no way Sean McDermott and Bean are passing that up.
I don't disagree.
Go give me a safety.
You know who's going to be drafted here by the BillsAholic pod and a couple and the mid rounds were
know exactly what we're drafting.
yeah,
Yeah.
Estimate.
Audrey.
You ain't getting me off of it either.
This is a long wait, guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. 60 to 128.
Jermaine Burton with the Chargers.
Yeah, this is because of Rasul Douglas. We got any comments?
There's no way Bean sits there and doesn't try to get a third-round draft.
Is Worthy the 40 record guy? Yeah.
And then you had a few.
You want Chop?
We got him.
We got him for you.
No, we're not sitting here waiting.
No, we're not doing the whole waiting thing again. We're just gonna actually pick here.
Oh, look at that! Look who jumped!
Oh, the fucking Cowboys!
Payback from last year, bitch.
We got their tight end. They got our running back.
That's tough.
I don't want nobody.
He's done.
I don't give pissed about nobody but Audric Estime. Damn.
Can you go to?
What about your boy?
That ain't my boy.
That's your school. What do you want me to go to, Travis?
Can you go to safety?
I'll go
I know
safety for
Tyke's
you.
missed there.
Huh. Yeah, Victor Oladipo's cousin.
But is that too high for Tyke Smith, do you think?
Well,
Do you think
the
Tyke
value would tell you that it's 20 picks too high. But
fuck.
I mean,
Dude, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. Go to D tackle
I was gonna say
and take the top guy.
Tyler Davis.
Tyler
I
Davis, you're a
actually
Bill.
I like Tyler
That's not
Davis.
bad at all.
I like Tyler Davis.
Going
I
Tyler
don't
Davis.
mind Tyler Davis.
I like Tyler Davis
You're
because
a
we can
Bill.
spin the block here. We can spin the block here and get a safety. Because we're at 133.
Oh yeah, you're good.
We're picking.
Tyke.
I actually like Tyke Smith.
Nice. Because he's a Buffalo Bill. You better like him for the next 4 seasons.
Pawning me into liking somebody, man. I don't know.
Who said he's making the team?
I was gonna
I
say,
did.
that was just a. Oh, we're back up. Go to running back real quick, Tank.
Ray Davis.
Yeah, this is running back now.
Ray Davis.
Great.
Yeah, it is probably Ray Davis.
Is it? Is he big? Is he a bruiser?
Would you rather have?
Hey, size matters.
Size matters.
Let me look Ray Davis up real quick because the website's not really.
He's from watching him at the combine. Might not be a bad pick.
Is he a bruiser though?
I think
He built like one.
he's
Goddamn.
5'10", 216.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's a thick
All
old
right.
boy.
Ray Davis, it is out of Kentucky.
I feel like he might be a sleeper, to be honest.
Got to throw in like an offensive lineman here at some
Where
point
was
because
that guy?
you know Brandon Bean's gonna be like, "Yep, Jeez,
Rams
the
had
Rams just had 3 picks in a row. The
Shit.
Rams are on the clock. The Rams are on the clock, and the Rams are on the clock.
Oh, Luke McCaffrey. Yeah, go offensive line like Chris was saying.
Tackle guard.
Limmer. What about Limmer, huh? What do you think about Limmer?
Never heard of him.
What do you think about another receiver?
Let's go take it. Yeah, let's take it.
What about a Cornelius on the team?
Young Jacob.
Yeah, never mind.
I know Chris wants Limmer.
Limmer?
Yeah, I'm with John. I like last week's better.
Yeah, this week stinks.
I
It's not bad.
I like the first 3 rounds.
I like
This
their-
is not a bad draft.
I like the other one better, man.
Yeah, the other one was just.
This is a really solid draft.
It's not bad. The cat fell right in your lap.
And he's happy
I'm
about it.
just saying I like last week better.
No, last week's was by far.
You just
a
sound
better-
disappointed about this one. That's all.
Go to quarterback.
Fuck no.
I'm kidding.
Joe Milton.
Hey, there's our quarterback.
What round are we in?
Just 5th.
Yeah,
Just,
look at
just do
cornerback
offensive
real
line.
quick.
What?
corner.
Jarvis Brownlee
Your
has
guy.
my vote. He has my vote.
We have
Jarvis
to go
Brownlee.
Jarvis.
You got to.
We got to.
Jesus.
Dude, that's cornerback
I know.
7.
Then you're
I
up
know.
again.
Oh, geez, that was fast. I'm wondering
Offensive
if this is
line.
how Brandon Bean feels. He's just like, oh god, I'm getting kind of bored.
Let's go Limmer.
Well, this is where we normally hit if we're Brandon Bean. So Limmer, this guy will be the best center to ever play for the Buffalo
Absolutely.
Bills.
Eric who?
Like 15 years from now, Limmer is gonna have his own Bills podcast the way Eric Wood does, chopping wood with Eric Wood, like whatever. That's a real nice podcast, by the way. I really enjoy it. He gets solid
Is
people.
he
on there.
next?
That would be badass, Eric Wood.
Yeah, good luck getting him to answer.
Jeez.
All right, well,
All right.
I guess
He's a busy man.
Sal's not.
I guess I won't even try then. I'm just gonna kick rocks.
Nah.
Sometimes you don't know what I can pull out, man. I like Aeneas Smith. That's kind of funny.
Tight end from Iowa, I'm in.
Where's he at?
Top guy.
Oh, hello. Going with him?
This goes. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we would be mad.
What didn't
about
we
that.
draft
Dalton,
yet?
Dawson, and Dolan.
What didn't we really hit yet? Corner? We hit a corner,
And,
right?
yeah, you got
Yeah,
Brownlee.
we drafted Jarvis
Brownlee.
Brownlee.
Go wide receiver again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, still no.
My boy Bub Me.
And if it's not, it's they got like the off-brand Xavier Worthy down there. If you go to wide receivers real quick, and you scroll down, got like Xavier Weaver. That's
Colorado.
That's the great value version of like Xavier Worthy,
No information other than 6 foot.
and he's
169.
damn near built just like him. Skinny?
Did we get an offensive lineman yet?
No.
Let's get one.
Okay.
We just got Limmer.
You got
Oh,
Lim-
you
you got
just said
Limmer.
no.
Dude, what are you
Fuck,
thinking?
dude.
Chris just said no.
Give me the top
He just
My vote. My
Have
vote's the top.
Have we drafted a
linebacker.
safety yet? Yeah, we did. Top linebacker. I'm with.
Yeah,
Brandon.
go ahead.
Say that name.
Go ahead.
Say it. Say it with your
Let's give
chest.
him
That's Edo Fon Ufaloso.
Boom. Welcome to the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome to Buffalo, baby.
Can't wait to get that on it. Just kidding.
Damn, bro, we're back up again, huh?
Oh my
A lot
God.
of picks.
quarterback.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you are hell bent on replacing Josh Allen. Huh?
Jeez.
You don't want your guys.
Give me
No, I don't want
Give me-
Sam Hartman.
Austin Reed out of Western Kentucky.
He was slinging the pill at the combine.
I really don't care what we draft here.
Well, we're kind of at that
What
point
about-
where whoever we
What about
drafted,
Jason Bean?
Brandon Bean's long
I'm
lost
in.
brother.
Without a E. John, that was a good pun you had earlier. I'm not gonna lie.
You like that one? Spill
I know he doesn't spill the beans. That
Hey,
was good.
he said, like that Sal. Got a little pop out of Sal.
Good going. Way to break the ice. Way to break the ice, brother.
He definitely opened up after that one.
Well, yeah, but I always am. Then we loosen up a little bit.
Oh god.
Who we going here, man?
Who cares?
All right. Hopefully Brandon Bean doesn't have that attitude.
Who cares?
Well, Casey's right. Go D tackle again.
Yeah, go
Let's see.
D-tackle.
Brandon Bean's also researched all these guys. You know, he knows.
He spent a long time. I think in Jawan Briggs.
I
out of
don't get past
Cincinnati.
the second round.
Oh, fair enough.
Truthfully,
I'm thinking Jawan Briggs.
Go ahead.
awesome.
And then at 248, if that punter's there, give me him.
Yes.
It's Troy Taylor, right?
Yes.
Tory Taylor.
Tory
Say his
Taylor.
fucking name right.
Oh,
You'll get it right.
Damn.
Put some respect on his name. Tank
Big-
says he can
so-
punt that ball.
this guy. Somebody
I
must have
did
pissed
say
in his
that.
Cheerios this morning
I
or
don't eat
something.
Cheerios. They don't have any
Jesus.
flavor.
I don't eat Cheerios.
Cheerios are. I think Cheerios are kind of good.
They
Okay.
don't- they don't
Not
have any
bad.
flavor. Honey nut Cheerios.
What do you eat? What's your favorite cereal?
Reese Puffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually. I was
He
gonna say,
wanted to diss me, but no.
how am I supposed to argue with that
He
answer?
said, damn.
Damn, I really hope he said shredded wheat.
Oh, what that would have been.
All right, last
There it
pick.
is. Tory Taylor out of Iowa. All right, that's the draft, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
could do like a little comparison if I could pull it back up from last week.
Mr. Irrelevant, going to the Jets.
I actually really don't mind that draft. In
No, I don't
That's
mind
kind
it.
of cool.
I don't mind it, but if I had a pick between this one and our other one, I'm
That wasn't it,
no.
Yo, not the first time we drafted Limmer.
right? It was a big Limmer show.
Limmer, you're a bill.
I can't wait to print all these out and go through them on draft night.
Which one was it? Was it this one?
Yes,
yeah,
it
it
was.
was
This
that
one.
one.
That is those
All right.
first like 7 picks are just
The viewers can't see this one, so you might just have to.
so 34th overall. We went Lad McConkey, where we traded with the Panthers. 60th overall, we drafted Ricky Pearsall. 65,
You drafted Briggs again.
we drafted. Oh yeah, Braden Fisk. 103rd overall, we drafted Audric Estime. 133rd overall, we drafted Jonah Liss, edge rusher out of Utah. 144th overall, Tyke Smith, safety out of Georgia. 163rd, we drafted Joe Milton III out of Tennessee, quarterback. 200. Juwan Briggs, guy that's on the screen here, also. D tackle out of Cincinnati, 204. Satoa.
Lamuya.
What he said, offensive guard, Utah, and 248. Torrey Taylor,
Welcome back to the squad.
Iowa.
So after getting refreshed, Chris, which draft would you be more happy with?
The one this one we just did.
Really?
Told.
Interesting.
I think if you can get Chop Robinson and I think Xavier Legette,
I think I'm with you, Chris.
you win that. That's a win.
I
That's a
just
win.
like how last week's draft, there was a couple people that fell to us.
And you got Limmer, bro.
I like Fiske in
Like-
the 3rd round. That's kind of cool.
That was cool. But dude, Tyler Davis is not a bad defensive tackle. He's a solid D tackle, and he's coming
He's
in
a
the
big boy.
4th. So we'll take that.
He's a big boy.
Casey, I don't want a punter, bro.
It's your 6th round.
Casey, who cares?
It's okay, Case. The Bills probably won't do it. They'll probably draft a cornerback in the 7th round. So that probably won't happen. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
One more to go.
One more. We'll do one on Tuesday. And we'll see how that goes. But all right. Any NFL news between the last week or so?
I personally have not put any NFL news on my notes.
Wow.
There really hasn't.
You had
been
one job.
There hasn't been nothing.
You had one job.
It's draft season, Travis.
Could have done research.
Jesus
too.
Christ.
Well, my job is not to pick out the NFL news.
Okay.
You have been the NFL news guy.
That's
Every week.
That's your segment. And now it's my responsibility.
Huh.
My responsibility to do that.
Chris has been booking.
I try to be like the PR guy that tries to get guys on the podcast. I tend to think that's my job. Your job is to update me on what's going on in the NFL.
And you fucked it.
And now I have no idea what's going on in the NFL this week. Did anybody get signed? Actually, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you want me to break some news to you? There was a signing today.
Yeah. It was fucking the stupid ass
J.K. Dobbins.
That was yesterday.
It was,
Oh.
it was official today.
Official today. And
My bad.
that was yesterday, Chris.
I was
But
talking about
official
Andre
today.
Dillard to the Packers.
I was talking about J.K. Dobbins to the Chargers, I think. Yeah, the Chargers.
He'll last 4 games.
Wow, that's
Jeez.
okay. Well, we both. Well, I
No matter how long you last, man, size matters. Sal Capaccio.
with wings.
Yeah.
Some would say maybe other places in life, but we're a Buffalo podcast, so we're just gonna talk about chicken wings.
We had a couple third helmet designs.
Oh, we're really diving as deep as possible. You're
It's
just
nothing.
You're hoping for a bite.
The Browns got are wearing the white face mask. How
I like that.
That is kind of clean.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's
Oh, yeah.
very clean.
I'm a little bit upset that like there's just not looking like the Bills are gonna get those red alternate helmets.
Oh fuck no!
They're not gonna give us what we
Did you
want.
see your Detroit Lions new jerseys?
Yeah, those are fire.
Fuck yeah! I saw my
Oh, yeah.
Detroit. Matter of fact, I got
Hey, what was
the
your
shirt on.
deal? You pulling the shirt out while Sal was on, dude?
Lions.
What was that about?
Those are
Lions
clean.
season.
Those are clean.
That's a good
I
point.
like those.
Lions
Dude,
Good
season.
point.
Can we? I did not think that he traveled with the team. Like that he was just like that's.
I
didn't
actually
know
didn't.
that.
I didn't know you didn't know that.
Oh
I-
well, now I'm just. a
Yeah,
fuck.
why?
You dummy.
That
You
is
stupid. fuck.
Stupid.
Just
Who
there.
works for the Bills and doesn't travel with the team?
Well, I just.
A
figured-
lot of people.
I just figured because his name,
Shut
like
up.
I figured because he's WGR 550's Buffalo beat reporter and sideline reporter, I figured like he just traveled the way the rest of them do, like the way
He travels with
that all the other guys from Channel
He
2.
sits
Well,
right
he's,
next to
Buffalo-
Josh.
he's technically employed by the Bills as well.
Well, so I I guess. All right, fair enough.
I seen him in like around the bar area when we were in Cincinnati at the hotel. Just chopping it up. I wasn't talking to him. He
Right.
was chopping it up with everybody.
I've only had one encounter with him in person, and he
How'd it go?
passed out and ate shit and fell on the floor.
Okay.
Were you there?
I went there with you. Yes.
Okay.
I was just asking. I couldn't remember. We've been to a lot of Bills training camp events.
I just didn't really want to talk about it.
He's not on the podcast anymore. Damn, dude. He was okay. The guy, he's fine. I even tweeted him after. I was like, Sale, hope you're all right. And he tweeted back, was like, all good. Just the heat got to me. He actually has like a medical problem that happens. Dude. What?
You're live, bro. This is live television.
What is so bad about what I just said?
Oh, dude, why are you tweaking?
I'm not
Why
tweaking.
Are you okay?
Travis?
I'm fine.
Anyway,
This is real
twice.
life. This is
I
real
met him
How
life.
did your experience
Shook
go,
his
though?
hand twice. That was it. It was quick.
Nice.
Yes, I went with you.
We're off.
That's all he needed.
Thank you, Travis.
Oh, brother.
Thank you.
We're so deep.
Chris
into the
followed up
off-season.
with him, dude.
I just wanted to make sure my boy was all right. I listened to him on WGR 550. You know, he gives me my Bills news. He gives me some of my NFL news. My friend over here failed to do that this week. That's okay. But Sal does not. Sal does not fail to do that. He's a very solid radio spokesman.
If you want my honest opinion, I really wasn't intrigued by any fucking NFL news this week.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's fair, Travis. It's just kind of a joke. It's kind of a little bit of a joke.
By his journalism, I
It's
think.
it's a little tense over this side of the table.
What was your favorite move of the past week in the NFL, buddy?
I like J.K. Dobbins to the Chargers.
Okay.
I think that you know what, that gives him a chance to play.
Teaming up with Gus Edwards.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And I would tell you that he probably plays. And Casey says, "Y'all heard?" ? Y'all heard what?
J.K.
J.K.
Dobbins.
Dobbins.
Oh,
Answer is yes.
yeah. But hey, I can't blame him for asking that. We didn't go over it. But
Congratulations, J.K.
yeah, let's. Okay. All right, Tank.
No love for J.K.
I love J.K. Dobbins. He just can't stay healthy.
No, yeah, that guy does have just a injury bug. Poor guy. I guess I'm just a bad guy for not knowing that Sal Capaccio traveled with the team.
No, I don't think it's common. I just know just because listening to him throughout the season. That's it.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, guys. Pretty sure my dad's got it on the big screen tonight. That's cool. He doesn't usually tune in live. My little brother just texted a picture of me and was like, "I see you on TV, bro."
You made it.
We made it. Travis needs a timeout.
No cap.
No cab.
I'm on the big screen. I'm on the big screen tonight.
Good job, Chris.
That makes me feel.
Travis, you're on there too,
I was
dude.
gonna say you're also there.
Good job, Travis.
You're on there right now.
You are in timeout tonight.
Hey, thanks, guys. I made it on the big screen.
Hey,
You know what I
that's
mean?
Tank.
I finally
There
made
you go. There you go. Shout out to Tank. And we got my boy John Preddy down there on the big screen tonight.
It's always looking sad.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you're looking sad.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm just chilling.
You're on the big screen, dude. Come on, lighten up.
Homie, they're fighting.
I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know what the
dude,
problem is either.
Dude, half of us are fighting.
You fighting with yourself?
He's kind of miserable tonight.
What is your deal?
He's kind of miserable tonight.
Because nothing in the NFL news, you didn't like none of it. You just ruined.
Are we
your
just
whole
not
thing?
happy that we had Sal Capaccio on the podcast?
I'm
tonight?
ecstatic. I love Sal.
He's-
We can tell.
He does a You can kind of just tell. You can kind of just tell that we're at this point in the
Oh
off
my
season
God.
where
No, I appreciate Sal for coming on. I did.
Oh,
do
guys,
really
I swear
appreciate
I'm
it.
happy, bro.
Stop.
Say, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man.
He's like, dude, I'm so fucking happy, bro.
All right.
It really made my whole
All right.
fucking year, dude.
Oh god,
I
it's
don't
getting
know.
hot in here. Holy shit.
The heat's on you, brother.
It is. My cheeks red yet? Holy shit.
You gotta love it, bro. On an off day. This isn't Tuesday. Ladies
this
and
isn't
gentlemen.
Tuesday,
'Cause
bro.
I believe the last time you guys switched the day, the same shit happened.
Dude, Thursdays just
Thursdays,
we don't click. We don't click. Tuesdays we're good.
This motherfucker
So,
tweaking.
Me and you, we're good all day.
I'm fine.
I don't know, bro.
I'm fine.
You said you get
fine,
down
bro.
there.
Like I'm really having a good time on the podcast
I
tonight.
really appreciate Sal for coming on.
All right.
Hey, Bill, I don't know if he needs he might need
Sandwich.
need water.
I don't know. Or
Really
Snickers. He's
down,
not himself
Travis.
when he's hungry. Something.
What did you guys take from the press conference today?
Oh, to throw a fucking change up, dude.
I'm trying to get on track.
On track of what?
There's no NFL news.
What do you guys want to talk about?
I mean, Casey, we haven't done a who's the man. I feel like it.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, we could jump into that, but is that a little premature for our
It's never premature.
Take us into it.
who's the man? Who's the man?
How you get back on track?
My bad. I'll just delete my
Bam!
fucking notes. Who's going first?
I'll start us off.
Okay.
I guess. Let's do it.
What team we doing?
We got the New York Jets this week.
Jets.
All right.
Sucks.
Drafted in the first round of the 2017 NFL draft. Went to LSU. Has played for the Jets and Seahawks. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro. Has 4 career interceptions and 61 pass defense. Bam. Bam. Jamal
That might have
Adams.
been the quickest who's the man ever. Did we just set a record?
That's a record, yeah, for sure.
Can
you go to the comments real quick?
Can we get a legit time on that?
It was on there.
Thank you.
Woo!
Oh! Shout out to Billy G for something. Me and John did so I know they revealed they did the little the drone footage of the
Yeah, that was a
stadium.
really cool video.
Me and John and Casey actually. And McKenna.
And your girlfriend.
And well, okay, but I'm talking about people that are in the podcast
Oh,
that are
got
watching.
you. My bad.
Drove past the Bills' new stadium. Well, she's not in the podcast tonight.
So I'm saying she's not a real fan.
I thought she said
No, she's not
she's
a real
not
fan.
she's not a friend.
No,
Okay.
real friend. You got me stuttering now. I was gonna say real
Travis
friend.
is shaking.
We got a water spit. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Travis Keene.
Motherfucker, dude.
What got you? What'd I say?
You stuttered saying you got me stuttering.
You got me stuttering.
Oh
Today, Junior.
Yeah, no, the new stadium, in all seriousness, is really starting to come to it's starting to form an actual stadium. You can see the lower concourse getting put up, so
it's really
that's kind of really cool.
It was really
It's
cool.
cool,
it's
dude.
our new house.
So cool.
Our
So
new house.
sick.
I'm really looking forward to it in 2026. Travis, so fucking excited for this new stadium. Can't wait to watch games there. It's gonna be such a good time.
It's fucking awesome, man. I really just can't wait to.
You got him stuttering, bro.
Dude.
What I meant, all right, so I was talking to John. I said she's not a real fan, and you were like, and then you were like, "Oh, I thought you said she's not a real friend." So I was gonna say, "No, she's not a real friend." I was gonna say friend and friend. See, I'm doing
Next subject, bro.
I don't know
McKenna, what's happening is he's off the hinges and we're following. That's what's happening.
Yeah, so all right. That's the fastest who's the man. Travis, you're up.
I'll go next. Oh shit!
Don't stutter, pal.
Sorry. First overall pick. I get to see you fucking staring at me.
What's the deal?
All right, first overall pick in 1996 by the Jets out of USC. Jets, 1996.
There's no way, bro.
I can't take it serious.
There's no way.
Dude, we're off the hinges tonight. We've done this podcast for about 7 months.
What the fuck was that?
Our first episode, even though you couldn't hear me, might have went a little smoother than this.
Oh my god.
The first half of the show was great.
It was.
First
Shout
half
out
of the
to me
show
and
was awesome.
Sal. Travis was
Thank
so
God-
fucking excited.
Thank
when we
God
had
Sal was here.
Are you guys ready?
Trying.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It's because
Okay.
I'm sitting here reading. All your eyes are on
Okay,
me.
dude, let's look
I'm
away.
fucking.
All right, everyone look away.
All right, so thank you guys. You guys can still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
First overall pick in 1996 by the Jets out of USC. Jets 1996 to 1999. Bucks. Are you fucking laughing? Bucks 2000 to 2003, Cowboys 2004 to 2005, Panthers 2006. He is a Super Bowl champion, 3-time Pro Bowler, 814 catches, 10,571 yards, 64 touchdowns. Talk show host. You can come back.
In 96?
Yeah, first overall pick in 1996 out of USC.
Billy G says he turned around too. That's why he did better.
96.
1996. I got a guy.
Usually when Chris says I got a guy, he's got it. I really thought I could get them with this fucking guy. I really did.
So we want to chip with the boys.
Fuck.
Yeah. It was not with the boys.
No, it's with the Bucks.
Yep. I really thought I could get you with that. Fuck. I hope I can get John with it.
He's scratching the head. It's just unhinged tonight, dude.
I can't.
It's just now.
You know how I am. When I can't focus, I'm just.
Yeah, you're having a hard time. It's okay. It's okay. If we have one episode like this with you every 7 months, that's a win. It's a win. This has been a successful, rather successful first half of the episode. We're starting to reel it back in.
Did you notice that?
What?
It's not up and down anymore.
Oh, I think either Morant or Tank did that.
How did what?
I was just looking at the camera.
All right, Moranto set that up.
See, that's cool.
I don't mind it like that.
I don't mind either. I was looking in the camera. I was like, holy shit. What sold
Did
it?
he wear number 19?
Yeah.
Fuck's his name?
Yeah, he wore number 19. What hit sold it for you?
Oh, to be honest with you, I had nobody until you were like receptions.
Fuck's his name?
Receptions, gotcha.
As soon as I knew that it was,
And not that he's like a talk show host or anything.
well, that kind of got it too. That validated it. McKenna took a video of you sitting in the corner. She's like, John's in timeout. That's a funny little video too. Yeah, well, I don't know if she put you in this group chat. Oh no, you're not. That's kind of odd.
Why'd you just punch yourself?
Can I at least get a fucking half a point? I know his number. I know that's crazy. 19. Something Coleman. No. 19. Brandon Powell.
I'll tell you.
No.
Okay, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
I can actually picture him on the set too. That's funny.
You're gonna be mad at yourself.
Well, yeah, I can picture the player. I just can't think of his name. Number 19.
Number 19.
He wore number 19.
He did.
1-9.
One number away from 20.
This is fucking stupid, bro.
One more than 18.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste our time anymore, so.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Stupid game anyway.
It's just a
Fucking
stupid game. Hey, John, it's your turn, brother.
I don't even want to.
All right.
All right, see you next week, guys. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So like we're back.
We're back.
All right. The Ohio State University.
OH. Nobody.
I got him.
29th overall pick by the Jets in 2006.
I don't got him.
Two-time first-team All-Pro in 09 and 2010. Seven-time Pro Bowler. Inducted into the Jets Ring of Honor during the 2022 ceremony. And this player is widely considered the best offensive lineman of all time on the Jets.
I got him.
You got him.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes. Even though I said man.
Fuck! Come on, dude.
No!
You took it away from me, dude.
No, I'm sorry.
He just
I'm
took.
sorry.
He just took the right. I was just about to type out Nick Mangold. Nick Mangold.
We're gonna take the points away from me tonight. You're gonna take the points away from me tonight.
I was just about to say Nick Mangold.
I mean,
Travis is
I'm
now.
sorry.
it's not even his first time.
We'll give you a point. We'll give you another point. But look.
Can I have his point?
You can have my point. I'm gonna take away a point.
I get 2
What
points.
the fuck is going on?
I can't believe this guy.
I was just about to type out Nick Mangold.
Dude, I got so mad I just grabbed this randomly.
We don't even know why that's in here, but
Look, I took a point back. I'm at 17 now. Okay.
bro, you don't gotta punish yourself.
I'm gonna punish myself because that was very fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Holy.
You got 26.
Awesome, dude.
Chris, you got 30.
I get punished?
No, I'm just kidding. You get 32. No. Did you change yours yet?
I haven't even touched mine yet.
I fully believe you were going to get that, though, right? Nick Mangold,
Yeah,
pretty easy.
Oh, I mean, I was going to say Nick Mangold, but
Yeah.
he was like, man, and I was like, God.
All right. So I punished myself.
Thank God Sal was
got the-
here
Thank
because
God.
he salvaged this whole pot.
Thank God.
You're off the. I don't even know if I
Sal
trust you to
bitched.
drive home.
I'm probably not.
Holy we've had a consistent 5, 6, 7 viewers this whole time tonight. Maybe we're just being a little entertaining because we're not talking about football.
I'm goofy tonight. I don't know.
You are on one tonight, brother. You're on one tonight. Dude, I am so hyped up to be in this new Emerge studio.
It's gonna be sweet.
I am so hyped up. The content we can make is gonna be so awesome, dude.
I don't even know what our space is gonna look like yet. We kind of got an idea, but we're kind of like saving that one for last. But yeah, no.
So
it's just
are
gonna be
we
unreal.
like one of, like, obviously the other guys that use the OG room will be in there, but like, are we one of the first group of people that are gonna be recording in there?
There's a good chance.
Wow.
Your Tuesdays, yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I don't think anyone is in here Mondays because we're downstairs.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to that. The content.
Stop
we're
looking at
gonna
me.
do. I'm just surprised that we've gone almost a minute and you haven't ripped something. Wait, there's a new room coming. There is a new room coming.
There's a new building coming.
There's a whole new Emerge
1867
coming. This year's podcast is fire. Great decision to move venues. Oh, I think so. My dad is, I think, referring to
the first
OG one that we used to do, that we used to just record on like Spotify or whatever. And now it's just been
recruited you guys in there.
It's been such a refreshing 7 months, to say the very least.
Can't believe it's already been that long,
Dude. I mean, when you think about it, like, I remember sitting down and having a meeting with you and Maranto, us four having a meeting, and like, I was like, dude, this is going to be so badass. And then here we are 7 months later.
Hey, we didn't lie to you guys.
No, it's been
This is
great.
it.
It's been great. By the way, dude, the Stefan Diggs reel just absolutely, I mean, I'm not going to say blew up. Like, it got like
12 our highest rated.
got like 7,000 views, but dude, we gained like 150 followers. Like, that was crazy. We're up to like almost 500 followers on TikTok.
Got to expand to the other platforms.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah.
13 subs away from 200.
Yeah, dude, YouTube were really, the chemistry is really great this year. Props to the changes. Thank you, Dad.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Billy G.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There you go. Thank you very much.
Is he gonna be at the draft party for a little bit?
No, probably not.
Ask him.
Oh yeah, he's right there.
He's watching.
I didn't know if they already had plans for Billy.
You are just
No,
hilarious.
I could assume he probably will not be watching the draft.
I wanted a
with us.
Billy G appearance.
Maybe you'll get it.
Maybe we'll know as soon as the stream catches up and he comments. We'll know.
I actually got a question, boys. I asked this to a bunch of my gym buddies. What's your guys' like worst case scenario for the first 2 rounds of the draft? Like, this, if this happens, you're like pissed off. You're asking me to wear my shirt, my Detroit shirt. What is that? It doesn't have to be names, but kind of like, if you want to go in depth with names, you can. But like position groups,
someone you like is picked ahead, and you kind of left with nothing there. Or...
Yeah, or like what's just the worst case scenario?
I'm gonna say we trade out of the first round.
Okay.
And then with our first pick in the second round, defensive lineman.
So I'm gonna tell you that the worst case scenario for me is you stay put at 28 and you draft a defensive lineman like we did, and then pick 60 rolls around and you don't have a wide receiver by then. Like, if there's not a solid wide receiver at pick 60, then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, I really wish we didn't go defensive line round 1.
Right.
but obviously you can't predict what happens in the round 2. I think not getting a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds is the worst case scenario. Like, is the absolute worst case scenario, and somehow drafting a defensive lineman and getting stuck with a bottom tier wide receiver because you feel like you have to pick one.
So somebody at the gym said this, and I was kind of like, that actually makes a lot of sense. He said if they stay put, he doesn't care what position, what player, it doesn't matter, as long as in the second round they get their receiver.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you guys. I think receiver, and
if we don't,
that's my biggest fear is they stay put. They go to 60, and they don't get lucky and Leggett falls or something
Bean
like
doesn't
that.
have a high enough draft grade for him.
I just don't think the Bills leave the first round without a wide receiver, dude. For the possibilities of what could happen.
We'll see.
I really don't know. Like, I mean, we just don't know with Brandon Bean, bro. Like, he loves to trade up. Logistically speaking, like, I think.
Well, last year he said, "Yeah, don't bet on me to trade up,"
and he did.
This year he kind of made it sound like
might not do anything crazy.
I got a question for you guys. How do you guys take the Von Miller Instagram story?
Didn't even see it.
So it's all this is, and a couple of other guys on different teams posted similar videos about their other situations. I would be shocked if my dad doesn't follow up a comment here in a second. I will say Von Miller has the tendency to put out in the media what the fans want to hear, and it never comes into fruition.
You haven't been able to tell from, what was it, last year?
Odell Beckham.
Odell, for the longest time, I'm pretty sure he was telling us D-Hop might be a Bill.
Derrick
Henry. And here we are. We're sitting here, and he's saying, like, he's talking about trading up in the first round. It's like a video of Brandon Bean walking on this stage, like dancing.
Oh, the AI I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like.
No, but my take is, though, like, I'm both ways. I'm with you, but I also got the opinion where Bean, he's brought Von Miller to scouting. He's brought him to
the combine.
He brought him to the combine. Sorry, yeah, combine. He's got the ins with Brandon Bean when it comes to that. You talk to Von, he wants to be a GM after his playing career is over with. So maybe you take consideration in what Von's saying, hence maybe on this one, because you've seen him in depth with the draft last year.
My dad says, agreed 100%. If Von Miller played as hard as he talked, he'd finally earn his paycheck.
It's crazy, man. He took a pay cut.
Well, right.
No, I know what you said.
But Von does talk. He loves to talk.
I would just take in consideration because he's been in the room with me.
Just gonna catch up on some of these comments. How did I miss that new building coming? ? John tells me nothing. Well, there's a new building coming. 2 episodes from now. This next episode, this Tuesday will be our last episode here in the OG room here in Emerge. And we'll give that a little round of applause real quick. And then we'll be in a new building where we can create some pretty awesome content. We're pretty excited to.
It's going to be open up the opportunity for like watch parties, probably watch some games. You know.
And I was
even if we're not recording content, just go chill.
Right. And I was thinking, like, dude, like there was even some talks about like him saying stuff about like tailgating, like just setting up like tailgating stuff.
Bro, there's a whole open lot in the back. You can literally open it up. I pitched a basketball hoop.
I'll take after you. I so badly want to do BillsAholic versus Tank Talk basketball game.
I'm with it.
I so badly
want y'all want it, but
great.
I want it.
Great. I'm gonna blow out my right knee. I'm gonna have to retire from podcasting. This is great. Dude, I've just
cornhole opportunity.
I was just about to say, dude, cornhole.
Now that more his speed.
BillsAholic. Well, yeah, it's a more safe sport to play.
Yeah.
BillsAholicPod.
Chris.
BillsAholicPod cornhole. Let's see where we're sitting.
Endless options.
I'm talking overall the last few seasons.
That's all right.
Y'all need me to hoop or nah? Yeah, we need Casey because give Casey. What's Casey notorious? What's Casey notorious for? Like when you guys are playing basketball?
This motherfucker. He said, if you want to win this damn game, I need more touches. We lost that game 11-2.
Hold up. We got to address this.
Damn.
Jeez.
Damn, your old pop's calling you soft.
Damn.
take that in.
Yeah, let's get that one off the screen.
Wow,
that's
Bills
crazy.
Cornhole.
We have
boards?
Bills
We do have
cornhole
Bills-
boards,
Bills cornhole
Buffalo
boards.
cornhole boards. She says
Bring them over.
Buffaloes.
we could use some. We could potentially do some content.
You know
with
what I
them
love
as it gets warmer
seeing?
out.
I look forward to when Casey plays basketball. He wears those black Air Forces. I love it.
Those ain't Air Forces.
Those aren't Air Forces?
No.
Those look like Air Forces.
It's because he's a lockdown defender.
Yeah.
Keep selling cars.
I've always thought they were black Air Forces. I've
No.
loved like Casey just hooping in black Air
Just
Forces.
keep thinking that.
I'm just gonna keep thinking that.
Boys,
That shit was funny.
what a nice little episode. What a funny little interesting episode. I got black Air
Thank
Forces.
you.
Just copped them the other. Well, he just said he copped those the other
No,
day.
he doesn't play.
Just
them.
copped him the other day, bro.
I gotcha.
He finna fight you, boy.
That don't mean nothing, Casey.
He finna fight you, boy.
Wear him on the court, bro.
He's gonna be NBA. Well, I was gonna say he's because you guys are gonna play basketball. I was gonna say he's gonna be NBA young boy.
Why are we?
but-
It's gonna be BillsAholic versus Think Talk.
I'll coach.
You can't. That's 3-on-2.
Casey's coming in. NBA Casey.
Oh shit.
But you're playing basketball.
All right, great.
But you just stick in the paint.
That's where the injury happened.
Exactly.
Put him on the
Fine.
outside.
He was trying to bump with Frankie.
Okay,
Oh
see
my
that's your
God,
first
dude.
problem.
Dude, you're now I'm reminiscing and remember what that
They're
felt
not
like.
built like Frankie. You're fine.
I'm not trying to box Tank out, bro.
We'll put Donnie on you.
Yeah.
All right.
He might cook you though.
Yeah, dude, I can't really, bro.
Fine. We'll put you in the corner. You ever see? Well, we watched Family Guy. Corner 3. Corner
Boink.
3.
Boink.
I haven't seen that episode, dude.
Yes, you have.
I can't remember that part.
Where Cleveland tells him they play that. It's
Thank you, Billy G.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you, Billy G.
all kidding aside. You guys are on to something special with this podcast. Keep on keeping it real.
Thank you, Billy G.
Thank you, Billy G. Appreciate you. I think it's almost appropriate time to wrap this one up tonight.
He said, "Let's get out of here."
Hey, listen.
I would like to think that we had a great interview with Sal.
We did.
Phenomenal. It was.
Travis
I
just-
appreciate Sal coming on.
There you go.
Yeah, Travis took the
I'm
podcast.
ecstatic.
It was on the rail, and Travis threw the rail somewhere, and he was off of it.
Go Bills, Drew.
Shout out to Drew Pop. Go Bills. I think we're not clicking tonight as good as we normally do.
It's been great.
You were rolling about as smooth as this thing, brother.
That was actually pretty.
That
solid.
was pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that all podcast.
That's a compliment.
One time.
That's a compliment.
Do it again.
I'm over it, bro.
Oh, all right.
That was
All right,
like
well-
We got to show our humor side though.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Go Bills. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight.
shout out to Sal
Shout out to
Capaccio,
Sal
baby.
Capaccio.
It's a record for viewers.
Record for viewers, dude. We were steady 5, 6, 7 people the whole entire night.
Dude, a lot of
that means the
records.
world to me. We did set a record on our TikTok for the amount of followers in
Yep.
one day. I remember I was with John and, and I was just like, dude, holy shit, dude, we're I keep refreshing my phone. It's just like follow after follow.
BillsAholic is breaking records. We had that. We had. Well, I mean, Chuck Sale's kind of a record, man. That's crazy.
He's up there right
we
now.
had Who's the Man record for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Who's the man? But shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Be sure to share it around. Be sure to tell fellow Bills fans, man. We need more Bills fans up in here. Be sure to like. You guys already blew up the comments and hit that subscribe button, man, because we're so close to 200. And follow us on TikTok. All the handles. BillsAholic Podcast.
Is that an 8?
Shout out to eight.
8. No, that's another record.
And let's go. Eight people, the highest we ever had in here. Appreciate everybody. Go Bills.
Go Bills.